Jimmy Horn Jr. started his career at the University of South Florida. As a freshman, he had 30 catches for 408 yards and 1 touchdown. As a sophomore, he had 38 catches, 565 yards, with 3 touchdowns and 14.9 yards per catch. He transferred to Colorado in 2023. He had 58 catches for 566 yards and 9.8 yards per catch with 6 touchdowns. And his senior season, which he missed some games to injury, he only had 37 catches for 441 yards and 1 touchdown. But stats don't tell the story of Jimmy Horn Jr. He is a route runner, genius with his quickness and overall speed, and he can help you in multiple ways as a slot receiver or a gadget guy. Let's see what Jimmy Horn has done for the past 2 seasons at Colorado and see if he can fit in any scheme. Welcome back to Sip the Tally Films. I'm your host, Coach Evans. On 2, ready, break. Welcome back, and let's get started with this Jimmy Horn Jr. tape. Wide receiver from Colorado. I think one of the most explosive guys in there, and I think he's pigeonholed as a slot receiver, but he's, in my opinion, very versatile. And we're going to do the first game from this year and the first game from last year because we know he had some injury concerns, which is one of the reasons why I think he'll fall down draft boards. But when healthy, absolute monster. Let's start off with this year's first game versus North Dakota State. And you can use him outside or inside. That's why I think he's, extremely versatile. And on this, he just runs a deep post. He's like one of the last reads in this play. Because if you see it, Shedeur looks left first to the top. Then he comes to the middle to Travis. Travis is kind of bracketed. And with Travis being bracketed, because this guy's kind of biting on Travis, it's going to leave all this for Jimmy to do work. And he just straight outruns this cat. And Jimmy, in my opinion, can fly. I don't know what he's going to test. But looking at game speed, I love that from the ability to change direction. You can do so many different things with him. He can get out of situations when healthy with his feet. And, you just got to stay healthy, in my opinion. Let's watch it from the end zone view. You see, he's the third read in a 3 receiver route. But that catches that duck. And look at the separation. Look at the separation he has from the DB. Take his foot in the ground and fakes him out to use the other receiver as a blocker, who I think is LeJounte Webster, and he just turns on the afterburners. He's so smooth with it, especially running. He looks like a track athlete running, and he probably does have track in his background. Another play from that game. Now you got him in the slot. He's number 3 receiver, just working in the middle of the field, just working, and you'll see him. He's going to get behind this linebacker and kind of throttle down so he don't run into this guy. And Shedeur is going to put it right in this area between both of them. Almost has great contact balance to avoid that shoestring tackle and turn it into another big play. But watch him throttle down once he crosses the linebacker. Coming through. Let me throttle down and see where it's going. And Shedeur kind of threw him open some, which is, I don't see a problem with it, but he went and got it. Let's go to another play in that game. Trips again, a different spot, number 3. While everybody else is just, they're working off different spots, he just understands the zone. He throttles down because he knows the safety is behind him, and the ball is kind of short too, but he protects himself by going on down. Protects himself by going on down and not taking that huge shot and just trying to, preserve the play to get to the next play. Good thing to find it because this ball comes out. This ball is out now. Jimmy's not even looking. So shout out to the quarterback and them on this play because this ball is out now. That's throwing with anticipation, which is what you need. And now you're looking for ball tracking from Jimmy. He's just not looking for the ball, and the ball's at the height of his peak. He finds it, adjusts his body, comes down with it. Big catch. Great ball tracking. Got him at the number 2 receiver at the top now. Coming in motion, you can do your gadget stuff with him. You get Jimmy in space because you see your receivers down there blocking the corners. So now the guys that have to make this tackle are safeties and linebackers. I'll take that in space. I'll take Jimmy in space versus those guys anytime. And look, the speed, just the burst. He got it out here in the flats. This linebacker thinks he has a good angle. Nope. Now this cornerback, it's kind or safety kind of coming in to try to make the tackle. If he's not that close to the sideline, that guy don't make that tackle either, because he has just that much burst. A little bit later on in the game, and in this case, it's just reading the defense and pushing it, because he's gonna get inside this linebacker, and both of these safeties kind of clear out to cover the outside receivers. He's gonna be wide open. Understand the zone. Them safeties widen out. I'm gonna split the middle. I'm gonna get underneath this guy. This safety's already gone. The top safety's already gone. The middle safety's kind of trying to hang, but it really, when you play with a gravity player, this is a gravity player right here, you're gonna get opportunities like this, and you can't miss them. You're wide open. Now, better throw would have been a touchdown. Nothing wrong with what Jimmy did, but better throw would have been a touchdown. But the thing is, these bunnies are sometimes some of the hardest ones to catch. You running through the middle of the field, wide open, scot-free, nobody's around you, and the concentration just goes away sometimes. Sometimes these are one of the hardest ones to catch. And you're backpedaling. But he got it done. Now let's push to TCU last year. First game, basically a whole new team, and we wonder with him just doing the stuff we've seen, can he run routes? Well, I think so. He's the number 2 receiver right here, Shadow. Pushing the guy out, trying to get him to flip his hips. And I'm going to push him in to kind of settle. And when he break, I'm going to work back to the ball. I ain't going to just leave this little space that I've earned, the separation that I've earned. I'm going to work back to the ball to help my quarterback out and get a catch. Simple little curl, but got nuance to it. Again, versus TCU. Now everything ain't peachy. So as much as I like Jimmy, he do have brain farts sometimes, and this is one of them. Run the slot fade from back in the end zone. Not a bad route. They even. Shedeur puts this ball in the perfect spot. And you got to catch them, because you bagged up. You got to make plays for your quarterback sometime. Shedeur puts this ball in the perfect spot. And nice route too. Good little push off right there to gain a little bit more separation. But you got to catch that. You got 2 hands on it. You got to go get that. You got to help your quarterback out. That'd have been a big play for him. Big play to get him from being backed up close to the end zone. Just a little brain fart though, but with them having so many playmakers, that happens from time to time, because you may catch a ball in the first quarter, may not catch another until the fourth quarter, because they had so many playmakers at receiver. But right here in the RPO game, this RPO is pretty much a cat and mouse game between these 3 players: Shedeur, Jimmy Horn, and the linebacker for TCU. If the linebacker takes the run fake, Jimmy's gonna hit right behind him. If the linebacker kind of sits and maybe tries to wall Jimmy out, they're just gonna hand the ball off, and then they got numbers in the box. So in this case, the linebacker takes the fake. Jimmy kind of slow plays it to give, the run part time to develop. Makes the catch. And look at it. The ball's behind him. This ain't a great ball. This ball's behind him. He snags this thing and turns it up. Matter of fact, let's look at the ball placement. This ball is behind him. And it's a slant too, so keep that in mind. So the ball got up on him quick. Yeah. Snagged it. Then got some yak out of it. And then we'll finish with this one right here. The ability to make plays. Some backyard football. He's a number 2 guy. First of all, he's going to win on his primary route, which is the post. Bam. Stuck that foot in the ground. And now he's just about to run. He froze the safety. He's about to run away from him. Like, had this ball been thrown right now up here by the referee somewhere, would have been a touchdown. But Shedeur is already scrambling to the left. So Jimmy sees that. Reverses field. And now he's even more wide open for a touchdown. And what you do? You call God and thank him. He wins the initial route. Like, I don't know why Shedeur got up out of here, and this is probably one of the reasons why people going to talk about him. But if he stays there, like, there's nobody coming, and just throw this post at the referee, Jimmy catches that. But he's already out and about, and it's even more. So now the throw's harder than it should be, but Jimmy came through. So to kind of wrap this thing up, you get a guy, from my opinion, that is super fast. You can use him in the slot. You can use him outside. You can use him as your gadget stuff. I think you can use him in the return game because he did return kicks for Colorado some too. And I think, later on in the draft, which I think that's why he's going to fall because of injury concerns, he'll be a steal for you. I love Jimmy Horn as a person, especially for what he's, going through. And as a football player, he's like one of the guys that I really, really like. So this is Coach Evans with another episode of Sip the Tally Films. This is a draft profile of Jimmy Horn Jr., a wide receiver from Colorado. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and be here for the rest of this draft content in 2025, man. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.